How sweet to be an idiot.
Hey! What's happening? Charlamagne the God here, Brilliant Idiots. Look, this episode is brought to you by Tristan Walker and our friends at Bevel. Okay, the first and only shaving system designed specifically for coarse, curly hair and sensitive skin. Step up your shave game and say goodbye to razor bumps. Check out getbevel.com today. Use code IDIOTS to get 20% off your first month at getbevel.com. That's GETBEVEL.com. Salute to Tristan. Tristan, I see you out there spreading the wealth all through the loudspeaker network. You know, taxed on you, make sure you do the right things with bevel razors, okay? They're for shaving and not cutting people's throats. Okay? Okay, now let's start the show. Now, Andrew Schulz isn't here yet because I don't want to say he's fake busy. I don't know if y'all heard, but Andrew Schulz got a little TV show. I don't want to make the announcement for him. He announced it on Twitter this week, but he got a TV show, like an actual TV show. So he's like a sitcom Schultzy right now. So he's running a little late, and we're a day late on the podcast because, bro, we be busy, bro. Like we be actually motherfucking out here physically working in these streets, but. I got my guy, another guy who's no stranger to hard work. You probably know him. You might know him as Traffic.
Yeah.
You may know him as Tim.
Yeah.
You may know him as Timothy.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe Mr. DeLaGhetto.
Sometimes.
Mr. YouTube himself.
You
Is
know.
he still Mr. YouTube, Timothy?
You can call me Mr. YouTube, bro. I'm still Mr. YouTube. I'm never going to stop YouTube, and that's where the money's at.
Well, Timothy DeLaGhetto is here, ladies and gentlemen.
What up, though? I'm taking Andrew's spot. You know what I'm saying? I'm kicking him off Guy Code. I'm taking his Guy Code spot.
No, you kind of are. No. Aren't you on this season of Guy Code? You wasn't?
I'm on like a handful of episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not Timothy. One thing I like about you, man, is there's a lot of people who are trying to get famous off the motherfucking internet. You really achieved that goal.
Hey, well, you know what? That was always the whole fame pursuit, man, just kind of trying to get my name out there was always a goal. I just had to find a way to do it, and I just kind of happened to stumble across the YouTubes and the internets one day. It just worked out, you know?
Let's talk about some of those stats. How many followers you got on YouTube?
YouTube, I'm at around like 2.8 million subscribers right now.
Okay.
600 million total video views.
Okay.
You know.
What you doing on Instagram?
Instagram, I got around 670,000 followers. I mean, you know, I'm not like crazy on Instagram, but yeah.
That's a lot. 637,000 is a lot, especially being that you don't get naked.
I don't get naked. I had you know what's the thing about Instagram is they don't like when you poop. Like they will like delete your pictures if you take selfies on the toilet. Like
why the fuck would you be taking selfies on the toilet?
Cause it's funny, bruh. I had a funny ass video. I was singing on the toilet, you know, and at first you didn't know I was on the toilet, and I panned out. I zoomed out and I was on the toilet, and it got removed for like inappropriate content. I didn't get it.
That's disgusting. Nobody wants to see some grown ass man sitting on the toilet taking a shit. You're more creative than that, Timothy.
Man, I am, but like it's Instagram, man. Like it was all fun and games. I almost got my account deleted for that shit. Oh, literally, no pun intended.
How many followers you got on Twitter?
Twitter about like 475,000.
Okay. So you balling out here a little
bit.
Yeah,
you know, people like to hear me talk. I pride myself on not only having like an Instagram that people like to look at, but opinions that people like to read on Twitter, you know?
Now, what made you decide that is something that you wanted to start doing? Like, who the fuck told you that you were interested?
Man, you know what? I just, my mom always liked to hear my stories growing up. My
dad.
What?
You're Asian, right?
I'm Asian,
okay.
Yeah. I'm Asian, Thai specifically, to be exact.
And I don't know what that means.
I'm from Thailand.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Yeah.
So Thai food is from Thailand?
Thai food is from Thailand,
Who the fuck knew?
Hey.
I had no idea. I had no fucking idea. Okay.
Yeah, you know, I thought I was an entertaining kid growing up. I was always like, you know, class clown, trying to entertain people, dancing on top of tables, shit like that.
I mean, class clown for you, though. High school was 4 years ago?
Yes.
You were? How old are you, like 21?
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, I can't have these kids knowing how old I really am. You know, it's like I do a lot of relationship advice online, so I think they're more interested when they feel like they can relate to me as an older brother. Like if they really knew how old I was, I feel like they would think I was more like an uncle. You know what I'm saying? So
you can't be no more than 23.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you was having relationship advice with your mom, or was she going through something with your pops? Like, what was it?
No. I mean, I give relationship advice on YouTube. Is
Gotcha.
what I do. Yeah. That was one of my consistent things I used to do. I used to do this thing called Dear DeLaGhetto on YouTube, and that's what kind of like had a lot of kids tuning in to me consistently back in the early YouTube days.
Gotcha.
You know.
I mean, what made me really start checking for you? I mean, I always thought you was an interesting guy, but then I read the article where they said you paid off your parents' mortgage.
Right.
And that's really what got me intrigued. I'm like, whoa, this motherfucker's making some bread out here if he's paying off mortgages.
Yeah.
And then they said you did it all because of YouTube.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? It's kind of crazy. It was, like it was YouTube and a combination of good decisions and investments as a result of YouTube.
Tell the young kids that, Timothy, because you was on the Breakfast Club, you told us a story. You invested in.
Let me tell you the story. I'm gonna tell you the story. Well, aside from just kind of knowing in the back of my mind that I already like established that as a goal, that I was gonna pay off my fam's mortgage eventually. So I was saving money. Like what happened was, I as a YouTuber, I'm signed to a YouTube network. It's called Maker Studios. That's what a lot of YouTubers, like that's what the goal is for a lot of YouTube kids nowadays. When I started YouTube, I was just bullshitting, putting stuff on trying to put stuff on MySpace. You know what I'm saying? But, along the lines, it became a business. And then YouTube networks started popping up. And I signed to Maker. They basically helped me produce videos and whatnot, helped me get brand deals. Anyways, when I re-signed to them like 2 years ago, they offered me stock in the company, and I didn't understand that. I was just kind of like, honestly, actually that day I was like, actually, can I get more money instead? And the dude was like, well, that's kind of why we offer you this stock. It's kind of like, maybe it'll be good in the future, right? So I was like, all right, fine, whatever, do it, because I didn't really understand all that, right?
Gotcha.
2 years later, shit starts buzzing around. They're like, oh, there's a potential Disney deal. Like Disney might take over the company, right?
You can't be on the toilet taking shits with Disney, Timothy.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is very true, and that's why those videos are gone. No, I mean those Instagram videos are gone.
Gotcha.
I tweet about pooping a lot though. Anyways, that's not important. So Disney took over Maker for like, I don't know, 500 million or something like that, and I had a little bit of stock, and I got like a nice check, and I was like, yo, this is the year I can pay off my fam's house, and that was that.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
Did you do anything else cool with the money? Like buy some drugs that you never had before?
No.
Did you pay for some pussy you may have wanted to fuck?
Bro, well, first of all, paying for pussy doesn't cost more than like, $200-$300. And secondly, like, yo.
Listen, you just walked in. Schulz just walked in, but Timothy was telling me a great story about how he pays for pussy. Okay, go ahead. Now you said pussy costs like $200-$300.
Yeah, so I don't need to win stock. I don't need stock money for that. But like literally, man, I paid off the house, and then I had about I saved up the other half just in case for taxes.
Okay.
And literally like the rest went to taxes. I have no more of that stock money.
Oh, it's gone.
What money is it? I just came back. Man. I'm sorry I'm late.
You know Timothy paid off his parents' mortgage.
I saw the video.
Yeah.
I saw that video. Who hit me up with that video? Was it with Duval? Somebody hit me with the video.
Me.
Was it you?
Probably.
Somebody hit me with the video. I thought that was a great moment. That was like your soldier coming back from war.
But nah, Timothy's smart. Timothy, he makes money off YouTube.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm gonna pay off this house and record it so I can make more money
and buy the next house.
Absolutely.
And mad good publicity too. That shit was everywhere, like the front of Yahoo News and all the websites. Everybody
I saw it in a paper.
Now, was that really your parents, or you hired people? For
no,
that?
those were actors. Yeah,
that's
not good
Eddie
ones
Wong's
either.
parents on Fresh Off the Boat. That's who that was. That's how they got the role. After they saw them in that YouTube clip, they was like, yes, this is the perfect people to play Eddie's parents.
Give me a role on Fresh Off the Boat.
What do you think about? We had a discussion about that. I like the show. You know what I'm saying? And what I don't like is when I see Eddie out there bashing the show.
Bashing it, right.
Because the way Eddie's viewing the show isn't the way that the regular general public is viewing the show.
Right.
I watch it, all I see is a good ass show. I don't even really give a fuck that they're Asian.
Yeah, I get it. I get that he feels like they took his story and like butchered it and made it like Hollywood. But what did you expect?
It's Hollywood.
Yeah.
Bruh, exactly. That's what they do.
They're gonna take that yellow and whitewash it.
Yeah, I feel like the fact that we even have a family on air is a good look. Like, how long? It's been over like 20 years since there was a sitcom, and I even watched the Margaret Cho sitcom back in the day, just because I remember as like an 8-year-old being like, this is crazy. I'm proud of this right now. I
don't even remember the Margaret Show. Only Asians I remember is Kimora. Is she Asian?
I think she's
Kimora Lee Simmons.
There was an Asian dude on Living Color.
The one that Dan Rather was fucking. Connie Chung.
Okay.
Was there any
You wasn't fucking
evidence
Connie Chung?
whatsoever that he...
Didn't he marry Connie Chung? Who the fuck married Connie Chung?
Somebody, no.
One of the news guys.
Maury Povich.
Maury Povich.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like one of these old white rich guys that's on TV married Connie Chung.
Let me ask you a question about, because I've noticed this stuff a lot of times with minorities, is there's a lot of support
I don't like the way you said
for,
minority.
listen,
Like
especially
you said.
with this posture, and women too, minorities and women too, basically non-white males. There's a lot of support of, hey, we need a show out there, we need to have more roles in TV shows, we need to have more music, etc. But when somebody gets a role that they wanted, it's how the fuck did Mike Epps get the role as Pryor? Fuck Mike Epps. How the fuck did Eddie Wong get a show?
Instead of just being proud.
It's like the second that pride goes down the fucking drain the second they don't get a role.
Let me tell you, it's funny that you say that because, okay, so check this out. When I was in junior high, someone called me up, right? Because I was rapping and stuff in junior high too. Someone called me up and was like, yo, there's this dude on 106 in Park. He's rapping, Asian guy, looks like you. And I was like, yeah, whatever. He probably just saying he looks like me because he's Asian, right? Turn on BET, I'm like, what the fuck? This guy looks like me, right?
Jin don't look like you, bro.
No, back then, bro, we looked alike.
He looks more like you than he looks like other rappers. But he don't look like you.
I will say this: if I saw like a goddamn crime sketch of Jin, I'm like, I got him right here.
The way we used to dress, like we used to dress like the same, like big, like academics hoodies and like So like back then, I would walk through the mall and people thought I was Jin. Like people would be like, "Yo, ain't you that guy from 106
Did you
in
ever
Park?"
get some pussy because of it?
I tried to get at Kyla Pratt one time at the South Bay Galleria. I was like, "Yo, aren't you that girl from that show?" And she was like, "Oh yeah," and I was like, "Oh, well, I don't know if you recognize me. I was on 106 in Park." And she was just like this. She was like, "Okay." I was like, "Oh, all right, never mind." But I remember like being like, I was actually, and Jen doesn't even know this because we're homies now. But like as a youngin coming up,
you can do better than a homie like Jen right now. You're doing better than him.
All Asians who are relatively famous, we all kind of know each other.
Is he still
now.
famous?
You guys did a song together,
we
right?
did a song together.
I remember that.
And he was killing the game in China. He was like Jay Leno in China for a minute.
Jay Leno?
Yeah.
Explain this to me.
When Jay Leno was popping. Like, no,
why Jay Leno?
Because he was like doing commercials, hosting shows. Like he was like the man out in like Hong
He
Kong.
was their black guy.
Yeah, they're like Wayne Brady.
Everything that Stephon Marbury can't do, they asked Jen if he wants
by
to
the
do
way,
it.
Stephon Marbury is living a great life.
Yeah.
He got a statue.
What?
Why?
He's like a star basketball player in China.
Oh yeah, they won the
Like he's
championship
led
3
them to
times.
championship and all kind of shit. Like he is the man.
So sorry to interrupt.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that like, when his first album didn't do well,
You was happy.
as a Asian rapper. I was like, whew, because I felt like if he would have blown up, I would have been compared to him forever. You know what I'm saying? Just like every white rapper is compared to Eminem. So even though I was definitely proud watching him on 106 in Park, I was kind of relieved that he didn't blow.
Yeah, that's funny. I mean, it's interesting you say that because, like Schulz said, it's like people say they want we. As long as me, exactly. Me. They don't want no motherfucking
Flip
we.
that
They
W
want me.
right upside down,
Exactly.
and that's what you
It ain't
want.
yo, salute, man. I'm glad you're doing your thing. Fuck, I wish that was me. Motherfuckers be like, we on. Like, that's why sometimes you gotta look at niggas and be like, no, I'm on, nigga. You. That's interesting what you said about Eminem too, because I was talking about that earlier because I said Eminem made it bad for all other white rappers.
Yeah.
Last year everybody was on oh my God, white hip hop artists are taking the game.
Yeah.
And I told you dumb fucks, white rappers are like Ebola was in the US.
Right.
2 people had it. This shit will not be around next year. Have you seen Macklemore?
No.
Iggy, they wrote an article today saying Iggy Azalea has fallen off.
She's just I read she's like taking time off to like rethink her career. She's kind of do it because she did it all wrong,
Yeah, she's. I heard she was pregnant too. If she is
damn.
pregnant, congratulations.
Nick got
to
it.
her.
Okay, Nick.
Smart
Good
move
for you, Nick.
Smart move. But I mean, Iggy probably is trying to think. Iggy's like, yo, I'm white in America. I can do much better than being a rapper. Okay?
Really?
But I also think that Macklemore is smart enough to know when he should fall back and just kind of let everything like blow over.
Macklemore
You know?
made a lot of money. People forget Macklemore was an independent artist.
Yeah, he's good.
Mac made a lot of money, and he probably don't want the stress that comes with it. I win a fucking Grammy. I got to say that the black guy was better than me, even though he was. I got to say Kendrick was better than me. Like it's just too much that comes with it. Every time I'm having interviews, instead of people want to talk about music, they want to talk about white privilege and all that shit.
Can we talk about that for a second?
Let's talk about it, bro.
Because I'm really fucking annoyed by it.
Have you guys never talked about that yet?
There's no, we talk about it all the time, but
that's what
just
the show is about.
like
this is
white
the
privilege.
this is the brilliant
No, I mean-
idiots / white
So check
privilege
it.
show.
I'm tired of fucking hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing about white. Anytime like the words like white male are in a sentence, I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Just like some white boy was saying.
Exactly. No, exactly. And I know everybody that's listening to this is like, oh my God, that's so annoying. But here's the thing that I really feel. I just don't identify as white guy. I identify as a New Yorker. I identify as a dude. I maybe identify as like Scottish or something like that. But let me finish.
Okay, please, I have a great segue.
Let me
for this.
finish,
This
and
is
we'll get
amazing.
there. We'll get to your point. So here's the thing. So it doesn't like my skin doesn't like boil like when white shit happens because I don't think about, oh, that guy that I've never met from Montana did something. Oh, and I'm a white guy too. The problem is here. So here's my issue with the whole, white privilege, this kind of stuff, is when I honestly think that the white people out there that are constantly trying to be the greatest person ever. The white people are like, oh, white people have it so good, and white people are it's so fucked up that we have it better than everybody. I think they're the most racist ones, and I'll tell you why. When there's a dude that's constantly homophobic, right? Oh, that's fucking gay, bro. Oh, that's fucking gay. You're fucking gay. Oh, don't talk to me about that. That's fucking gay. You're covering up your homophobia.
He's still getting a dig up that.
Right? So when you're the white guy who's constantly talking about how amazing it is to be white and white privilege and how fucked up everybody else has it, it's because you're a fucking racist homophobe
that's what
that's
you feel.
covering that shit up constantly.
Yeah.
All right? If you were just a regular fucking dude, you just look at other people and be like, all right, yeah, you do your shit, you do your
wouldn't even
shit. I don't
think
give-"
about it,
You don't
right,
even think about it. It's like when a model says that all they do in an interview, a models talk about eating cake.
No.
You ever interview a model? Well, all I do is eat sweets. All I do is eat cake. Bitch, shut up. You don't eat.
No,
Right.
That's why you're a model.
It's like pretty girls who say things like, you don't know how difficult it is to be pretty.
I just want to take a fucking gun and shoot myself in the head with that shit.
Or as Nicole Byer told us a great story one time. She was in the girl code dressing room, and a young woman who's very petite said,
Who,
"Don't
Melanie
you-"
Iglesias?
I'm not. I didn't say
I said it. Melanie
love you, Melanie.
Felovsky's of Iglesias.
I love you, Melanie. Listen, she said,
Melanie replaced by another Latina on Geico
stop
season
it, stop
6.
it. Melanie,
Iglesias.
stop doing that to Melanie. Salute to Melanie.
Melanie, whose ex-boyfriend got fucked by J-Lo during the movie shoot Iglesias.
That's actually a win.
For Melanie.
My boy so hot, J-Lo wanted to fuck her.
She was Jennifer
I
Aniston.
don't even know if he fucked her or not. But pretty girl, petite, tells Nicole Byer, isn't it hard when you can't find clothes that fit you?
Nicole's melting over the sofa like a candle. And Melanie is sitting there talking about the struggles of finding an extra small T-shirt.
That's pretty girl petite privilege, though.
Man,
Just
but-
like it's just, it is when you're privileged.
Everybody shut
you know
up.
when
You
you're
don't know the
privileged.
struggle of
when you're
everyone else.
privileged,
Yeah.
you talk about your privilege like it's a struggle.
Right.
You talk about it like it's a struggle. More money, more problems. Shut the fuck up. All right? Shut the fuck up.
Give me those problems.
Give me those goddamn problems. Let me go back to what you said, Schulz. Let me tell you how white you are.
Tell me.
This is when I realized how white you
Tell
are.
me. I'm also wearing a Larry David shirt, shorts, and running sneakers.
That's not why you're so white. I realized you were so white when they announced your new sitcom this week. Sitcom Schultz.
Yeah.
Hey.
Schultz got a sitcom on IFC.
Let's go.
Character's name is something Rosenberg.
Paul Rosenberg.
And he plays hockey. You can't get no whiter than that.
Shout out. Shout out.
You can't get. That is the whitest role ever.
That's how few roles there are for white people in Hollywood.
Shout out to Empire. Shout out to Blackish. We did it, baby.
That's how many minorities have taken the white roles. They need to make
Shout out
a
to
show
Fresh Off the Boat.
about hockey for your boy to get a fucking role in television.
And you're Jewish.
Yeah, that's right.
A Jewish hockey player.
Man, when I told them that I wasn't Jewish in real life, the look on their faces. Oh, man. You should have seen that. They're like, you're not. And I was like, we filming already, aren't we?
Yo, I'm going to tell you what's so funny about that. Michael Blackson, right? You know Michael Blackson, right?
Uh-huh.
African comedian. We had him on the show today. He said he refuses to audition for roles anymore.
What?
He said the reason he refuses to audition for roles because he goes, I go and try out for African parts and don't get them. They'll go hire a motherfucker from Cali or fucking New York who's not even African to play an African role.
Yeah.
And look at you taking all the good Jewish role shows. How
Bruh,
dare you?
an Englishman played Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
A white chick is gonna play a Hawaiian girl in that new movie coming out.
Oh,
Emma
right.
Stone is
Emma
gonna
Stone,
play the
yeah.
Hawaiian girl.
I read about that too, though, and the director said that the girl is supposed to look like not Asian. When he wrote it, it was about some chick he knew that looked white, though.
Right.
That's why.
I mean,
An
I
Australian
don't care
played a
because
Canadian,
Emma,
Wolverine.
say what?
An Australian played Wolverine.
An Australian plays every action hero. Thor is from Australia.
Jesus Christ.
But that's the bullshit. It's like, are we gonna hire an alien to play Thor?
Thor's from Australia. Chris Hemsworth's from Australia.
All of the any like
These motherfuckers
adorable
is eating
actor.
fucking steroids.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
Or
killing
maybe
it.
it's kangaroo meat. Something
Oh,
got these
that's-
motherfuckers diesel as shit.
Life
got
is rough
kangaroo
out there,
blood.
bro. Survival is tough out there, you know.
God
Handsome looking
damn.
people. But that should happen. And I think people jump on the racism bandwagon when these things happen. Like Emma Stone gets that role, but you got to realize who else are they going to put in that role that can draw like Emma Stone?
Yeah, exactly.
Like Lucy Liu.
Yeah,
You're going to make Lucy Liu play the 22-year-old?
right.
Lucy Liu's 64 years
That's
old.
very true.
And
She's 73.
That's
but the
very-
thing
no,
about
that's very
Asians
true.
is we look 20 until
Amazing.
we're 80, and then we
Amazing.
shrivel up into a little gray ball.
Listen, we know we age shitty, okay? But we rich.
Do you like fucking other Asian girls?
Yeah,
You're not
I-
other Asian
right?
girls, you're not
I don't-
a girl.
I don't discriminate.
You like fucking Asian.
I do have a girl, but before her, I fucked of all kinds and flavors. Yeah,
Yeah.
Asian as well, all the dark ones and the light ones. Yeah,
I noticed that like a lot of Asian, well, some of the Asian guys I know, when they come to America, they're like, I don't want to fuck Asian women.
really. Well, here's the thing: a lot of Asian guys, I feel there was this whole thing about like the goal was like to get a white girl. You know what I'm saying? And like I was never really into white girls growing up, so I had no problem fucking everyone else. You know, like and I love Asian girls. Who doesn't love Asian girls?
You ain't
Can I-
lying. Do
can
you know
I-
Tiffany Lou? Tiffany
Bailando.
Lou.
No.
You need to meet
The greatest.
Tiffany Lou.
Okay.
One of the greatest ever.
She's here for a few weeks. So when you need to meet her. You need to invite her to your party tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw
mean-
Tiffany. Yo, let me tell you how funny Tiffany is.
Oof.
I saw Tiffany. I was at Tink's video shoot. Tink, shout out to Tink. Salute. Tink is shooting a video for her song "A Million," which is number 19 on the charts right now, the urban charts. And her brother is a stylist, so he's out there styling for Tink's video. So Wax is on the phone, literally having a full blown conversation with a girl about coming to his house. Tiffany's standing right by us. Tiffany's like, yeah, nah, I know. I'm not into you like that, Wax. We just friends. Like, no. And then Wax goes, you know I don't drink. I just like water and ginger ale. She goes, I got water right here. I got water right here. She's shaking the bottle like Wax. And Wax is like, hold up. He throws his finger up like, yo, hold up. Hold, chill. Like, and she's like, yeah, I'm me. Me. And then Wax goes, yo, I'm on the fucking phone. I'm not even talking to you. And Tiff is like, I feel so stupid.
Oh wow.
As you should, Tiffany.
I mean, Tiffany is a little bit special. I'm not
a
gonna lie.
little bit,
Yeah.
a little bit Welvin.
She's got some Welvin in her.
A
She's
little
got some A-Town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to meet her.
Hilarious.
But there's something really special there. She's on Guy Code.
Is she?
She was on Guy
She
Code.
was on Guy Code.
Yeah.
They don't play that shit.
She got melanied.
Let me tell you something. Geico believes in affirmative action like a motherfucker. They only gonna have 1 or 2 minorities on there at a time. Like they'll sprinkle like 3 or 4 blacks, but when it comes to the Asians, they'll have 1 at a time.
Man, that's
Spanish.
I'm trying to be the Asian on every single MTV2 show right now, bro. I got like 3 of them.
You are. You're stacked. You got what? Wildin' Out.
Wildin'
Joking
Out,
Off.
Joking
Guy
Off,
Code.
Guy Code, yeah.
Is there other stuff?
That's it. I mean, as far that I'm on, and like that's the Asian quota on MTV.
Isn't
too,
it?
bruh.
It's easy for you on shows like Wild 'N Out. And the reason I would say it's easy, like I'm the type of person, I know what somebody's gonna come at me with.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they're gonna come at you with the little dick jokes and the
And the Chinese food jokes or
Yeah,
whatever.
all that stupid
yeah,
shit.
yeah, exactly. It is easy because I've been coming back from jokes like that my whole life. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it's like I got rebuttals for everything. You know what I'm saying?
What's the best racist joke you've ever heard? Has there ever been something that someone said to you and you were like, whoa.
In my
that
whole
was
life?
Good. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, you know what? Everything is just so played out. It's hard to really react to it.
Yeah.
But the only YouTube comment that ever made me laugh, right? Like an Asian joke, was somebody was like, it was on one of my rap videos, and someone was like, your rap name should be Lil Wang. And that made me laugh just because it was like, it was corny. It was corny. It was like, I never heard it before, you know?
You never heard Lil Wayne?
Nah.
It's
I thought
Bro,
some
listen,
heat was
nah,
gonna
bro,
Let me
come.
tell you
It's
something.
like-
The funniest comment I saw was on my Instagram this week because I posted an old picture from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And somebody put, Started from the bottom, now my whole face fucking clear.
That's funny.
That shit was funny.
Oh god.
So you always wanted to be just a rapper?
No, I mean, I was always trying to do everything, you know, like even when I started uploading my YouTube shit back in like 06, I was putting out like rap shit and comedy shit, you know, like, so I was just always doing both because I wanted people to know like I liked doing both, you know. It was just back then it was nothing but like I was freestyling on a webcam, you know what I'm saying? That's what it was. And I would actually tag all my videos with Jin 106 in Park, Freestyle Friday, so people looking for his shit would come across me, and I would hope that, you know, out of the 10 people that was pissed off, like a couple people would like fuck with it, you know.
So what kind of shit do you rap about? Do you rap about like personal struggles, relationship shit?
I do the occasional personal struggle, like but it's mainly like, you know, a little like braggy, I do a lot of like metaphors, rap about girls, you know, like.
I realize today when it comes to rap, self-deprecating shit doesn't work unless you're like either making fun of yourself in a funny way. Mm-hmm. If you're like I'm listening to the new Safari song. You heard it? Mm-mm. It's a song he did
about Nicki.
About Nicki.
Yeah,
and it's like, yo, you wait all of this time to come out and make this sappy shit about her liking Meek and you having to stand by and watch her kiss Nas, and how like y'all was together for mad long and you didn't get up out the hood by yourself. And the hook is like, why do people that love you the most hurt you the most? Like some stupid.
That's a horrible look for him.
Kill yourself.
Terrible.
Oh, and let me tell you, this is timed perfectly because this next episode of Wild 'N Out that they about to air,
He gets gunned.
they kill him. He is on it on accident, and they destroy him.
heard
Why is
about
he
it.
on it?
He
'Cause
was
he
in the
was sitting in
audience
the crowd.
chilling. Yeah.
Really?
And
Yeah.
Chico then was saying his name in the Wild Style battle. And he got his happy ass up on that stage.
It's possibly they're saying it's the funniest Wild Style ever. I wasn't on the episode. I wasn't there, but
No,
that's what they was telling me.
Destroyed
Really?
him.
I don't even know what this guy looks like. I hate his name. I hate everything about his name.
I call him Swift Beezy now
Why?
because he's like the hip hop Taylor Swift. After you make an emotional record like that about your ex, like my thing is this:
Safari.
I love people that show emotion. I think you should be transparent, but it's a time and place for everything. Now is not the time to show weakness. Not when Meek Mill got your girl on the back of his goddamn motorcycle doing wheelies all through goddamn Philly. Okay, now is not the time.
I think
for
he
you to
got
be
out at
showing
the right
emotion.
time. I think it's a wrap for Nicki.
You think so?
Bullshit.
Nah.
Nicki's red hot right now.
Nah. With what?
Feeling Myself by Beyonce. Anaconda was a #1 record. No, Nicki's
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
She's in Barbershop 3 coming out.
Oh, she's killing it.
That's a good one.
Ooh, barbershop.
Okay.
Oh, no
Name
way.
some other rappers that are in movies right now.
Iggy Azalea.
What movie she in?
She was in some other shit.
Yeah,
Some
please.
She
I would
was
love
in
to
some
be in
shit.
Barbershop
No,
too.
no. What was she? She was just in some shit. She was in Fast and Furious 7,
I don't
not
think she had no
Barbershop
lines.
3.
I don't even think she had lines.
Definitely had lines.
No, I'm gonna tell you who's killing it in the movies. People don't even notice.
The female rap game is open. That's what I'm trying to say.
Nah,
Someone's
Nicki's
ready
good.
to take it. Nicki, it's a wrap.
Nicki's solid.
It's
she's
over.
still solid.
It's over for Nicki.
No. She's
It's
still
over for
solid.
Nicki.
Yeah, she's still solid. She's
She's
very
a great
solid,
rapper,
actually.
but it's just over. She's trying to do like the whole plain thing. Like she got her hair regular and
It looks good though.
Yeah,
It looks good,
No.
but
Nicki-
it's not. It's a wrap.
Nicki's very solid.
She's
very
so
solid.
talented. She's amazing, but people are over it. She's got to do something different.
I got a new love for Nicki because I was doing behind the scenes at the X Games like last week, and I was in the front, like in between where the audience barricades are on the stage, and she was totally eye fucking me for like 15 seconds. It was dope. I caught it on Instagram too. So now I'm like, I got a new love. I'm like heart eye emojis and shit.
She was texting Jen later that night, like, "Yo, why weren't you looking at me, yo?
Yo,
I looked at you 15 seconds.
I
You
grew up
couldn't give
watching
me a
you.
wink, please."
You know who's killing in the movies, but people don't realize it? Fucking T.I. T.I. be in some blockbusters.
Yo, you're right.
T.I. was in fucking
He's
Get
gonna
Hard.
be in
He's
Paper Soldiers 4.
No, he was in Get Hard. He's in Ant-Man.
Oh, that's true.
Hurry up. Like
true.
T.I. be in some big shit on the fucking low, yo. On the low.
They're really gonna make some money off of this Ant-Man thing. I
I'm
got
not in there,
no
man.
interest in Ant-Man.
I'm a Marvel head, and I've never given a fuck about Hank McCoy.
I've never even heard of Ant-Man.
Ant-Man was one of the Avengers that turned into an ant. He was one of the characters that, like, I'm surprised Stan Lee didn't tell you, if you don't get the fuck out of my office with this Ant-Man shit, I'm over here with Wolverine and the Incredible motherfucking Hulk, and here you come with some goddamn Ant-Man.
Oh God! Imagine how much not pussy you're getting to read a comic book about ants.
Listen, the only superhero worse than Ant-Man is fucking Aquaman, dog.
Why?
Aquaman was whack as shit.
Yeah.
You're a fucking male mermaid.
I love
You don't
Aquaman.
get no
That
fucking
shit's
props.
dope,
nigga.
though.
You don't get no props for being a male fucking mermaid.
You don't think that's dope?
No.
Aquaman? Oh, fuck.
That shit was corny as fuck. Plus, I
love
had
that
just
shit.
seen Splash.
What's that? That's
You remember
another one?
Splash with Tom Hanks? With the god Tom Hanks?
with
When
the
he was
mermaid.
fucking the mermaid?
Yeah.
Daryl Hannah and Tom Hanks?
I think you're whiter than I am.
No, listen.
What the
no.
fuck?
That's a classic
Splash?
movie,
With
bruh.
the god Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks, listen, Tom Hanks is the best actor to me, period.
It was not. I can feel that.
Tom
What?
Hanks?
I can
Are
feel
you
that.
fucking out of your mind?
I've
Tom
never
Hanks?
been-
Who got more classics than Tom Hanks?
Yeah, I never been disappointed in Tom Hanks.
No,
movies.
Who got more
dude.
classics?
No, Tom
Big
Hanks. No,
classic.
No.
Castaway, classic. Forrest Gump, classic.
Forrest Gump was a classic.
Splash,
man.
classic.
Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private
Saving Private
Ryan.
Ryan, classic.
Who got more classics than fucking Tom Hanks?
Yeah, man.
Hanks is like the Tupac of no, I mean he's not even a Tupac.
Don't even.
Hanks is like the Jay-Z of fucking
Yeah, he might be the
movies.
Jay-Z of movies. Fair
Because
enough.
Jay-Z got classics, bro.
All right, I'm with you. Fine. I just think it was funny to make fun of you for liking Splash. Hey, did you see Splash, guys? We
I've
should
never
all
seen
get
Splash.
together and
I've seen Splash.
watch
It's a good
Splash.
movie, bro.
Splash was ill.
I got
yo.
a full-bodied cab at my house. Come over and
You
watch
want to know
some
why I started watching? Let me
Splash.
tell you why I started watching Splash. I started watching Splash because I was young as fuck, and the only time I would see naked girls was when Porky's was on TV or motherfucking Splash came on because they showed like her titties for a split second.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I was into that shit. But then, as you know, it's really a good fucking movie.
You know what I used to watch for titties as a kid growing up on TV was that fucking the Shaka Zulu show. Like it was they showed it on like on channel 13 and it was
What, you
always
talking about the Discovery Channel? With the big
no
African
no
titties?
bruh. It was a Shaka Zulu series. And it was like a short series, and they would always show it, but the African titties were always out. It was never censored
on PBS.
on TV, bro. Like channel 13.
Yeah. Well, at least that was
Whatever it
PBS
was.
here, public broadcasting,
Yeah.
whatever. Wow, I didn't know they had titties on that. I was on 35. We had 35. Robin Bird. Did you guys have that
Robin Bird.
on the West Coast? You're from the East, right?
New York
Do
City.
you even know who that is?
No, I don't know.
You know who I am?
No, I don't. I'm sorry, man. My bad.
What, you got
Come
a mic
closer to the
or,
mic. Just
Lean your lips into the
just
mic,
lean over.
Chico.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry, dude.
That's all right. Yeah, no. So Chris is going to Taiwan to start up the Loudspeakers Network
So he
East
says.
over there. You
In
know,
Taiwan.
Chris is
Yeah.
going
yeah.
to Taiwan for
and,
Little Asian boys.
I'll be sitting in. I'll be this Chico Leo.
Listen, Chris is going there for his 14 to 17-year-olds or whatever he said on the other pod. You
is
remember
going-
when he said that shit? Chris, we're talking about how fucked up it is to have sex with a 17-year-old. This motherfucker pops in out of nowhere and goes, "Hey, what's the difference between 14 and 17?"
About 10 to 15 years in prison,
Listen,
cocksucker.
motherfucker. So, Chico, so you're holding it down for us.
So I'm holding it down. I'm here to get the lay of the land. It's Hank Pym, not Hank McCoy, with the Ant-Man.
Oh, Hank
Ah,
Pym.
good call.
Who the fuck is
yeah.
Hank McCoy?
Hank McCoy's the Beast.
The Beast.
Yes.
There you go.
God, I'm so
beast.
racist because I looked at you and I just assumed you were his manager.
Right,
That's-
right. Well, you know, we're talking about that after
Oh,
the
really?
show.
So what? You
So
need?
no,
You don't have a man. You gotta have a manager, bro.
For the first time in like ever, I have a manager and agent and all that. Yeah.
I
Now-
just started getting one of those too, bro.
Are you with what's called an MCN?
I'm with an MCN. That's like a YouTube network, basically.
Was that like fake MCM that they sell in China?
What?
Is MCN?
What?
What?
What is MCN?
No, let him
What
sit
is
in that.
MCN
Let him
is
sit in
a,
that. Let him sit in that knot. Give him just let him sit in that
Oh,
nonsense.
no, listen,
What was that?
That's
What was
going to
it?
rip on SoundCloud. The people that know what I'm talking about.
No one knows what you're talking about.
That shit is going to rip.
Charlamagne shouted out them MCN.
Yo, he said it's not the bootleg MCM from China.
Oh my god.
They ain't even get it, yo.
Yo, Schulz white, bro. You don't know about that
You
shit.
don't know about the MCM. You know what MCM is.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
let me show you the bag. You're going to know when I see you like, oh, shit.
MCN.
MCN stands for multi-channel network, and those are basically it's what upcoming YouTubers aspire to get like signed to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They'll help you get brand deals and elevate your channel and help you
Okay.
like promote.
I don't know. I'm going to tell you something. Somebody else told me about this. This is my thing with that shit. I think these agencies create these little subsidiary divisions to sign the YouTubers and Instagrammers and Viners just in case y'all hit and they don't want to miss out on no fucking money.
No, I mean that's
Like, I
true
don't-
too.
That's every agent. That's every agency. That's every manager. That's the whole
No,
argument.
agents are more selective when it comes to television talent, things like that. I think they do that with the YouTubers just in case they pop off they got hands on.
Sure, but that's the idea with an agency that has thousands of clients and that kind of stuff like that. They're just an online version of that, and they don't. I mean, whatever. I met with some of them, and I wanted to talk to you about that. Let me see this. What is this?
What is
a
this?
bag, an
MCM.
MCM.
Oh, it's
MCM.
like a brand.
Yeah.
It's like a backpack. It's like a backpack. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now that you say it, I've seen it, but I didn't know what it was.
I don't know what the fuck it
That's
is.
because you're too busy buying that MCN.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
What do the agents really do for you? Like, do they get you looks?
You know what? For me, in terms of like a YouTube like network, a lot of them will sign people that are like smaller YouTube channels. For the smaller YouTube channels, it's kind of pointless to be on MCNs, like, to be honest, because like they think that these networks are gonna help them like build their channels and shit, and a lot of times they don't really like have time to build all these smaller channels. You know what I'm saying?
We hired
Define
you
a
because
smaller
you're building.
channel. Define a smaller channel.
Like let's say a channel with like I don't know 10,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers. Like sometimes it's not always worth it to be with a network if they're not necessarily going to be able to commit time to you. You know what I'm saying? For me, I've been doing this shit for a minute, and I'm like one of the top talents at my network. They commit time to finding brand deals for me every month. That like
so what that means to everybody's listening is they'll approach BMW and say, hey, do you have any advertising money for YouTube stuff? And they go, yes. And they go, here's a guy named Tim DeLaGhetto. He does rap videos. He does these things. Why don't we do a sponsored ad? So sometimes you see YouTube videos that have not only just an ad from YouTube, but actually a sponsor for the
it'll
entire
be like
video.
it'll be a video about a BMW or something like that.
Right.
I'll work it into my skit, something like that, and I'll get like a chunk of money from BMW.
And crazy bread. Like people, I imagine the YouTubers right now are making as much money as people doing commercials, if not
Timothy
more.
DeLaGhetto paid off his parents' mortgage, $300,000.
Not off a brand deal check?
Off of it was like a combination of YouTube money and well, I'm basically no, it was money I got from a stock thing that happened from some YouTube deal shit.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, still, I mean, it's an interesting world out there that I bet a lot of people who listen now are putting out YouTube videos and like maybe getting into that.
But I would, like he said, if I had like a smaller YouTube channel, I wouldn't run out and get an agent because I got to get these motherfuckers 10%.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point of that?
But the argument is 10% of something is better than 0% of nothing.
Yeah, but what if they don't bring you nothing in for 6 months?
Which is what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
He's trying to say is at a really, low click, you're not going to be making any money on a brand deal.
Unless you can ensure that, like, unless it says in the contract that, look, they're going to commit this much time and money to helping you out, it's really pointless. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these cats sign on because they think, yo, I'm finally on whatever. Like, I'm on. You know what I'm saying? But really, it's kind of pointless because you can get the ads on your shit without having to be signed to anybody. You know?
How many followers do you have?
Like 2.8 million right now.
See,
on
that's
YouTube.
lovely.
He says
man.
that very humbly. He says that like he's almost like, it's just 2.8.
It's
He
fake.
says that the way you say minority, show.
It's fake humility. You know what I'm saying? I pretend to be humble, but inside I'm, I know I'm dope.
I'm gonna tell y'all something too about fake humility, man. I was thinking about this shit earlier because I was thinking about how we had to have the podcast out a day late, and the reason we had to have it out a day late is because we really busy.
We busy, yo.
Like motherfuckers is busy. People don't realize how much work goes into this shit. Like it looks cool because they see us on TV, hear us on the radio, see us doing stand up, see us on YouTube, shit like that. This shit is hard fucking work. I've been up since 4:20 this morning. It is currently 9:20 at night, and I'm sitting here running my fucking mouth on a goddamn podcast.
It is
Charlamagne, you ain't
brutal,
tired of talking yet?
No.
I woke up this morning fucking talking. Then I had to go to a workshop for Uncommon Sense, which premieres July 10th at 11 p.m. on MTV2. I'm fucking talking. Then I got to go shoot promos for Uncommon Sense. I'm fucking talking. Now I'm here, motherfucking talking. And I'm going to get home by 11 o'clock tonight, have to wake up at 4:20 and do it all over again tomorrow.
I'm just getting a taste of what your schedule is for this new show. I mean, like, it's just, I've done a lot, I've done the MTV shows, I've done talking head type of stuff, but I've never experienced this level of work for doing a scripted television show, a sitcom. Like, I mean, and also the amount of people that go into it. I think everybody who watches anything on YouTube, TV, should just spend one day on an actual TV show set or a film
On a set, yeah.
to see the amount of work, the amount of fucking people. I mean, literally hundreds of people for a TV show.
That shit ain't gonna stop them tweets from niggas saying that shit's garbage.
Nah,
that show is whack.
This shit,
I ain't talking about Joe. I'm just talking about in general.
That's the thing. Yeah, they think it's whack. Oh man.
Fuck your hard work. This shit is still whack. You
Yeah.
working all hard for this?
Yeah, dude. I'm stoked about this show. I really want. It's coming on IFC, which is a small network, but it's got some
No
cool
such thing as a small
programming.
network no more.
Well, that's the thing. I really want
believe that.
badly for obviously the Brilliant Idiots Army to be galvanized and supported, but I want to break the record for a premiere on that channel. And I really don't think, and I absolutely believe that we can, but I don't think IFC realizes like the type of momentum and movement that we have, especially with the podcast.
Listen, you can break the record for IFC. You can get
believe
150 people to watch. Okay? All right, I'm sure the record is about 75, maybe 100. You can get 150 people to watch.
Yo,
shows.
man, I'm serious, man. I mean, dead serious. I really want to do that shit. And I'm telling the people there, and I don't really think that they know what we got going on here. I think, what we have at Brilliant Idiots is kind of under wraps to maybe the Hollywood world. But people know what time it is that listen, and I would love everybody to kind of support it and really check it out. Chris DiStefano is also on the show. Chris from Guy Code, he's also on the show.
He's a funny dude.
Yeah, he's fucking
What
killing
is he
it.
playing? A hockey player too?
He's playing basically someone who's like himself, and I'm so blown away by how good he is at
Chris
this
is a
show.
star.
He's fucking
a
funny,
star.
man.
This
Really
shit, but people just don't realize the work
Oh, it's so
that
much
goes
work.
into this shit. Like that
Every day, 6 o'clock. Every day, it's a 13-hour day. That's just shooting. It's 13 hours. Not to mention you traveling, coming back and forth. Then when I get home after a 13-hour day, I spend the rest of the night learning lines for the next day.
Yeah.
I'm doing 10 to 12 pages of lines
Yeah.
every day. So that's memorizing. Get home, memorize the next day. And it's Monday through Friday.
And I'm not-
Memorizing is hard already.
Bro,
I hate that shit.
fuck, memorizing is brutal.
That's why you gotta get sleep.
Say what?
You gotta get sleep. You gotta
And
get
then-
sleep, and you gotta take your ginkgo biloba pills. You got to. It's good for your motherfucking brain. Drink your fucking carrot juice. You gotta take care. That's the other thing. Even through all of this work, we still gotta live, bro.
Yeah, man.
I got a wife. I got a kid. Like I gotta fucking take care of home. Like,
And trying to be healthy.
and trying to be healthy. I still want to go to the gym. I want to eat right. Like,
dude.
listen. You don't understand the strain this can have on your relationship. You can literally go home and not want to talk to nobody in your house, but you have to.
You gotta talk to them.
It ain't no goddamn choice. Like I have.
That's why I'm chilling. I got a long distance relationship. I'm good.
Fucking funny. Why aren't you talking to me? Because I talked for the last 18 hours straight. Can I take a break from talking,
Girl,
please?
download my podcast.
Listen, that's what happened today. Just listen.
My wife hit me today. She was like, she said, all week you've only been talking to me through text. I wanted to text back. I haven't been fucking home. Okay.
You should have texted. You like how there's no rain that comes in when we sleep? You like how we got that thing called a roof? Well, that's what happened when you only get text messages.
No, you know what's so funny about that shit?
That'd be crazy, man.
We got married in September. So you gotta switch over and I had to put her on my health plans and shit. But I forgot to put her on my dental plan. So when she hit me this morning and she was like, we've only been talking through text. I'm like, relax, you'll be fine. Been work all week.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm not on your dental plan. So keep fucking harassing me about not talking to you and see what the fuck I'm never putting you on.
You got to hold that as leverage over her.
Exactly. Okay, you just relax. All right, and pay some fucking bills.
Guys, talking about dental plans, we have something else that you should take care of. It's very important to people wanting to have intercourse with you. And that is clear, smoother skin with bevel. Now, who doesn't want that, Charlamagne?
I want it. I have a great dermatologist.
Oh,
Her name
I
is
would love
Dr.
some.
Natasha
My
Sandy.
skin's fucked up.
Why you had
They
pimples?
do a lot of bump jokes. Corey Holcomb said some very terrible bump jokes about you on Wild 'N Out one time.
And you know what? What's dope about the bump jokes is like
Yeah.
they don't really hit because people go, like, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody deals with acne issues and skin
Yeah,
issues.
exactly.
They feel their own bump. They're touching their face like, yo, why
you,
would he
Corey.
say that?
Yeah.
Why would he talk about another person like that?
I can get all that cleared up for you, though.
Oh, for sure.
Dr. Natasha Sandy. Holla at her. She get all that cleared up for you.
Okay, word.
And use Bevel.
Bevel
Yes.
is the first and only shaving system created for men with coarse, curly hair, i.e., the first shaving system created for black men.
That's right. We've already told
I
you.
always read that part of the Bevel ad. I just want to say. The first shaving system created for minorities.
That's what we call racial equality.
Yeah.
Okay, you can speak about minorities. We've already told you, please stop going out on those dates or those job interviews with big razor bumps all over your face or skin irritations on the back of your neck. You know you've done this before. Think about all the jobs you didn't get or all the times those bumps stopped you from getting laid or even getting a number, okay? Here's another reason to get Bevel. They just did a test where they took squabs of men's beards, and guess what they found? Guess what they found, Timothy?
Semen.
Jesus Christ.
I feel like every time there's that question, it's the answer is
It's
semen.
actually
You know what?
shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
ew.
Fecal matter.
Yeah.
They wasn't sucking dick, they were eating ass.
They swallow. All those guys
Right.
swallow.
The researcher said men's beards are dirtier than toilets, so stop wearing a toilet on your face and get
Gross.
down with Bevel. It's time you treated yourself right and got a man's razor, not a boy's, a man's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ladies, get with a man like me that can't grow a beard.
Yo, me neither, bro. Don't feel bad about that shit.
I don't.
Check out getbevel.com today. Use code idiots to get 20% off your first month at getbevel.com. That's GETBEVEL.com.
Yeah. What's up, Chris?
Oh my God.
Yeah, sorry.
Come
Here
on,
comes
here it is, Chris. Here it is.
Oh,
Bring
God.
it. Bring it,
I got a
Chris.
text from Tristan. We have a special announcement as part of today's Bevel ad. They're hiring. We got a potential job for the Brilliant Idiots audience.
How
out
old
here.
do you have to be? 14 or 17?
They're looking for a senior Ruby developer. All right.
A senior what?
Ruby developer. That sounds like something that probably pays a lot of money.
A Ruby developer?
Ruby developer.
Okay.
Go to getbevel.com/jobs to apply if you're interested, if you're qualified.
Chris was very safe on that last
Yes, he
comment.
was.
He's been feeling the heat from Twitter.
Them fucking sound
He-
comments. Keep young Ben Stein off the goddamn
Yo,
podcast.
Ben Steezy.
Listen, Timothy, let's talk about Janae Aiko for a second.
Yeah, sure.
Fellow Asian woman, right?
Yep. She's like a 25%, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, like 25% Japanese.
Is eating booty like groceries something that all Asian people do? Do Asian women enjoy that?
You know, I think women just enjoy it when once they let themselves find out about it. You
She
know what I'm
kind of
saying?
commercialized ass eating. though.
She did. She totally did
I
with
don't
that
like
one line.
I like it when it was underground. I don't like that the ass eating going mainstream.
No, I feel that. I feel that because now I feel like it's more of a joke and kids will just be doing it just to fucking try it out. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you should be doing it just to try it out.
Well, you know, exactly. But I feel like now it's just like a big joke, and I feel like I take it seriously. No, I'm just playing. I don't.
I take eating ass seriously.
I take it real seriously. It's just I don't like it's a common joke now. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's an easy joke, eating ass.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care.
Do you consider yourself a comedian? Because I hear you make references like, that's the easy joke.
I consider myself like, not in the traditional sense. Like I'm definitely not like a stand up. I've dabbled in stand up. It's like one of the hardest things I've ever done. The thing about it is like I'll do my YouTube shit, which is in essence like a stand-up routine when I'm talking my shit, because I have videos where I'm just talking shit to camera, just like griping and making observations and shit like that. But the difference is like when I'm making a video on YouTube, someone that doesn't feel my shit can just click out. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was doing stand-up, the trippiest shit for me is that like somebody could be cracking up in front of me and then someone would be just like staring at me stone cold right here, like, and just hating everything I'm saying, you know?
need that positive reinforcement.
Yeah, and exactly like and I don't have to worry about that as a YouTuber. I get up there, talk my shit. If people don't like it, they can click out.
You go in them goddamn comments and motherfuckers telling you how unfunny you are. They can be worse. They can be worse than the person that's just sitting in the crowd staring at you.
Right.
Because they don't have no reason to have a filter. You're never going to meet them.
Mm-hmm.
They're sitting in motherfucking Iowa or somewhere. And they like, fuck you, Timothy DeLaGhetto.
You know what's funny is that like, when me and like, let's say when me and Emmanuel got on Wildin' Out, you know what I'm saying? I knew there was like traditional stand-ups who were like upset, like, yo, I've been doing stand-up for how many years? And this dude's on the same show as me, you know what I'm saying? And then, but the thing about it is like, similar shit happened is like when the Viners came up in the past like year or two, like motherfuckers on YouTube was like, I've been on YouTube for like 8 years and this cat is getting brand deals the same like cost as mine and like they're getting the same opportunity as me and we was kind of salty about it, you
Tell
know?
them get with the fucking times. No, it's like seriously, get with the fucking times.
Yeah.
Like, it's a new wave out here. The
I know.
YouTubers, the Viners, the Instagrammers, those are the people that people find funny.
And it's crazy.
Period.
It makes sense, dude.
Yeah.
It's like if you have 3 million people that follow you on YouTube,
Yeah.
you're going to have certain, you could call them luxuries, but I think you deserve them. You're going to have certain luxuries that somebody who has 1 million followers doesn't have.
Right.
You know, and that's just what it is. So if it's Vine, if it's, stand-ups are salty, but that's just salty because of where they are in their career.
Yeah, exactly.
And personally, as a stand-up who's done an episode of Wild 'N Out, I don't think stand-up is the best background for that show.
Absolutely.
I think it's a
I
horrible
agree.
background for that show.
I
I think
agree.
stand-up, literally the only thing stand-up prepares you for is stand-up. And you could argue writing sketch. But outside of that, it's not good for acting. You know, in stand-up, you're saying the funny thing. You go, I know this is funny, I'm going to say it. In acting, you're going, I'm going to say something seriously, and it just so happens to be funny.
Right.
That's why Chris Rock's a horrible actor. He's the funniest stand-up ever, but when he's acting, it looks like he's trying to do stand-up.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Will Ferrell, when he's acting, it looks like he's not trying to be funny and he's fucking hysterical. So stand-up is such a weird thing, man. Improv, which I think is really boring to watch. I can't watch it. I get anxiety watching it, is maybe the best tool for being a comedic actor, maybe doing a show Wild 'N Out,
right.
doing these type of...
You know, the funny shit about stand-up is stand-up comedians give the newcomers flack for not being able to do stand-up comedy. But y'all should start giving them flack for not being able to pop online.
Yeah, no, and I mean,
Comedians don't have no fucking followers.
Absolutely.
Nobody cares about their YouTube pages.
Right,
Nobody
right.
cares about their Instagram shit. Like, y'all should fuck with them about that.
I mean, it's true. It's like, you know, at first I was definitely like, yo, like, how are these Viners getting such huge following so fast? You know what I'm saying? But like, I can't Vine. I don't know how to Vine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't make it work in 6 seconds. Like, I can't do what they do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm never gonna knock someone else's hustle. Like, whatever they did, they made it work. You
And
know?
nobody cares that it's 6 seconds. They just care that there's 3 million people they could see.
Yeah.
Like, the brands don't give a fuck about 6 seconds. They just go, oh, King Batch has how many followers?
Probably like 10 million or something
King
like
Batch has 10 million followers. When he does something, 10 million people see it. Like, they're not like, oh, I need things that are in 6 seconds. I don't give a fuck. If it's a fucking Periscope and you have 10 million people, they just care about the people. Who has access to the people?
I think people get to the point, though, like if you get to a certain level, you don't got to do shit on Periscope or Vine. All you got to do is just turn it on and go,
Bailando!
That's it. I don't got to fuck making a sketch and all that shit. Like, I do that shit all the time at work. I'll go on Periscope and just walk the hall. Just talk. Like, people like that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like, when they get to a certain level, they just fuck with you because you're you. They like that kind of shit.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of what I did on YouTube, is that like I spent so much time building a brand, you know what I'm saying? It's like whether I was talking my shit or writing a comedy sketch, it was my voice, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was so personal of an experience because it was like YouTube and I'm looking into the camera. Like, these kids really kind of felt like they know me, you know what I'm saying, over the years. So it's like whatever I'm putting out, like they're really trying to like fuck with it and support it, you know?
Yeah,
So,
and there's equity in that shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's like I have this many people that fuck with me and what I do and love what I do. So if I'm bringing them to a TV show, Guy Code or whatever it is, they're gonna want to see me, you know, win, be successful there. And dude, people got to pay a premium for that shit.
Yeah.
When I first got on MTV2, no one knew who the fuck I was.
Right.
So you could pay me whatever you want because you got all the leverage. Do you know what I mean? But you're bringing eyes to a network.
you're saying I should ask for more money next
Fuck
season.
yeah.
I'm going to, bro.
No, you know,
Don't
but
do that.
actually, no. You're smart because you're also smart because you understand that being on television qualifies you as a YouTuber too. So it's like you're already famous in the YouTube
It's
world.
levels to this shit.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like, people look at
being
you
on
now and
TV,
they like,
go,
shit,
"Oh, I
why not?"
followed him from the beginning, and now he's on TV."
Yeah,
You,
exactly.
DC Young Fly, y'all whole shit is gonna change. King Batch, y'all in a different realm right now. So as long as you keep your social media following, add some TV to it, you be motherfucking out of here.
And DC impressed me so much, man. He killed it this season. He really like does really well. this
DC's
season.
very funny. I like you and DC together. Y'all like the new Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker.
I mean, definitely. Well, his energy was it's just so like high. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we did the Breakfast Club, I was like, I already knew going into it. I was like, I don't feel like competing with DC's energy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to chill. People in the comments was like, damn, Tim looks mad. I was like, nah, I'm just
It
chilling.
was like, DC, shut the fuck up and let Tim talk. He can't even understand
What
you.
was it?
On the YouTube.
I want to bring him on the podcast and just ask him serious questions. Like, I want to be like, what do you think we should do about Ferguson?
He ain't no dummy though.
No, I'm not saying he is, but I want to know if he's going to do it in his same voice.
Right.
Fuck you, me, Ferguson.
No, that's how he really talk though. Like that's really how DC talks.
Man, come on, man.
That's how he talks.
Man, come on.
That's how he really
man.
talks. You can tell
Stop
you
it.
can tell with the inflection and everything. That's how he really
Stop
talks.
it.
Right, nah, I believe
Stop
Speaking of
it.
that, people keep tweeting us and they keep talking about how Sean Hannity said that. What's that you showing me, Chris? I was gonna say talk about this too. Oh yeah, definitely.
What happened with Sean Hannity?
Sean Hannity basically said that he felt like
Describe to the people who Sean Hannity is first.
you know who Sean Hannity is.
They
From
don't
Fox
know. We got
fucking
people
News.
listening in Pakistan. All right, we got motherfuckers in Pakistan to be listening.
They
to this shit.
definitely watch Fox News in Pakistan. That's
You know,
why they
you
hate America.
goddamn right.
That's why they hate fucking America.
Okay,
Because of
so
Fox
Sean
News.
Hannity is a Fox News correspondent who has a TV show out there. All right.
He basically said that George Zimmerman was justified in killing Trayvon Martin. And everybody's mad. This is my thing. Getting mad at anything you hear on Fox News is like getting mad at Mona Scott for creating ratchet reality shows. You know what's going to be on Love and Hip Hop.
Right.
So why sit there and watch it and get upset every week and tweet about the fucked up shit that you saw in
What
Love
was
and
his
Hip Hop?
argument?
It was just he believes in the judicial system. That's all. So basically,
Well, that's different.
Basically, the jury said George Zimmerman got off, so he believes in the judicial system. He said it was an eyewitness that saw Trayvon beating George Zimmerman
Okay.
up. Whatever.
So if his argument is, I believe these people that made this decision have more information about this case than all of us, and based on that information, felt that he was not guilty, and he goes, I understand that, then I don't think that that's the most preposterous thing in the world. Me personally, not knowing anything about the case and just thinking that this guy's a racist asshole, I think he's guilty. But I'm ignorant to the information about the case.
Yeah.
I'm literally going off of, oh, he's black and the other guy's not black. He must hate black people. He's
But that's what he was talking about. He was
I'm
talking
doing
about
what we shouldn't do.
He was talking about the narratives because he was telling the guys that was on the show that nobody talks about black on black crime. So the guy was like, nobody talks about white on white crime either. So I understood what he was saying, but it goes back. Who gives a
Real
fuck?
quick,
It's Fox News.
This is a great point that I spoke to a girl that's on Fox News named Joe Nosachinsky said this shit because we were talking about the riots in Baltimore, and somebody was saying the riots. Why is it that you only bring news cameras here and you only care when we get violent? Why don't you care when we're peaceful? And then this girl said, he goes, you could say the same thing about people who carry guns. Why is it you only write stories about them when they shoot people? There are tons of peaceful gun carriers out there, and nobody is bringing cameras to John Fitzgerald's house, who's just in Mississippi, who's never shot
Do
anybody.
you understand people need ratings? Like that's all
We
this
just
shit
like
really boils
action,
down
bro.
to.
We like Fast and the Furious.
Action brings ratings.
Well, 'cause
exactly.
Iggy's in it.
Say what?
Because Iggy's in it.
You've never seen a peaceful protest
Nicky
on
fell
TV.
off, bro.
Have you ever seen a peaceful protest on TV?
Say what?
A peaceful protest?
Nah.
Never.
Maybe that's how India got their freedom. They're like, yo, these ratings are so bad. We need to give them their goddamn freedom so they can start, burning people or doing whatever the fuck they do. We get these ratings back up.
Listen.
Enough of this no eating bullshit.
I watch Bill O'Reilly because I actually find Bill O'Reilly just entertaining
Yeah.
from a
Right.
talent level. Agree with him or disagree with him, he's a talented motherfucker, and he's smart, and he's well read, and he's knowledgeable. That's how we all
And
should
he's gonna
strive
say
to
some
be.
shit that you might not have thought about.
And this is the other thing too. Do I think Sean Hannity's full of shit? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But I respect his POV because you have to respect people's POV if you want people to respect your POV.
Exactly.
Everybody's not going to agree with you.
And that's okay.
It's okay.
Dude,
If I was on that show with Sean Hannity, I'd have been like, you know what, Sean? You bring up a great point. That's exactly how I feel about O.J. Simpson.
Crazy ideas. What's going on? Thank you for just totally destroying the flow of conversation, Chris. Holy shit. We got a nice moment. Don't let him even get on the mic. We get a nice momentum going. Everything's passionate. And he just hands a text
Listen,
message
I've had
over.
a couple margaritas, so I apologize. But
Okay.
people definitely in this, what Charlamagne was just saying, remind me of it. They definitely want him to talk about the Farrakhan interview. So let's get back to that. at
Okay,
some
we'll
point.
do the fucking post Breakfast Club wrap up. This is what the brilliance is. This is
Yeah, we
really
got-
what he
we
wants.
got like
the brilliance
20 more
is.
minutes.
Okay,
'Cause Tim got to go.
we're talking. What were we just talking about before? Chris destroyed all chemistry in this
I don't
conversation.
even fucking remember.
But
now.
what was it? No,
It was Sean Hannity. It was something about Sean Fox News.
Hold on one second. What was it?
Not agreeing with people.
Not agree. Oh yeah. Okay, crazy ideas.
Got you.
Ah.
Okay, we have to protect crazy ideas because it was a crazy idea once when some guy said, yo, slavery's fucked up. That was a crazy idea.
Somebody. Motherfucker, you out your goddamn mind?
Exactly.
All this fucking free labor we getting?
Right.
That was a crazy idea.
Are you out your fucking mind?
It was a crazy idea when someone said women should vote. And everybody was like, women should vote?
Who's gonna cook? They out there fucking voting.
Dude.
Who's gonna take care of the kids while they voting?
There we go. There we go. The kids are going to get raped.
It takes all day to vote.
No, so I'm saying we have to eat. Now, a lot of crazy ideas are absolutely horrible, but we have to protect crazy ideas because if we live in a society where everybody thinks the exact same way, it's the Nazis.
There's no progressing.
Exactly.
Steve
So,
Jobs got the illest quote.
What'd he say?
He said, people that change the world are the ones that are crazy enough to believe they can. Steve Jobs had a crew. Couple motherfuckers from his crew said, this motherfucker's crazy.
yeah, he wore turtlenecks in fucking California.
This motherfucker's talking about
This
eyes.
motherfucker's a
He's
maniac.
talking about some fucking phone with touch screen. What the fuck is this Steve Jobs guy talking about? Steve Jobs literally changed the world. All right. FanDuel is changing the way people play fantasy baseball. It's more fun than ever, okay? Don't wait another fucking day. Sign up now to play one-day fantasy baseball at FanDuel.com. FanDuel.com, the leader in one-day fantasy baseball for real money with immediate cash payouts. Entry fees start at just $1. Look, stop waiting 6 months to win a league. Play today. Win tonight. Pick a brand new team any day you want. No season-long commitment and no upfront fees. Make every game exciting with FanDuel. Scott K from Wisconsin turned $10 into over $30,000 in one night on FanDuel. Don't wait till the football season to get back in the game. Maybe there'll be a lockout and they'll cancel the season. You never know. Get some of this MLB money just in case. Okay? It's hard not to win. FanDuel is paying out more than $2.5 million every single day this MLB season, but you have to play to win, so sign up today. Okay? Go to FanDuel.com and click on the microphone in the upper right-hand corner. Use our code BRILLIANT and sign up now. Special offer for new users. For every $1 you deposit, FanDuel will match it with up to $200 that gets earned as you play. That's a bonus of up to $200. Offer is only good for the first 50 people that use our code BRILLIANT. Don't forget to use our code BRILLIANT. FanDuel.com, where every day is a new season. That's FanDuel.com. Sign up today.
All right, so let's talk about Farrakhan. First of all, who is he?
The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Now, that's a great question. He's a 82-year-old man. He's the leader of the Nation of Islam.
Bro, if they think you're bleaching, this guy is on another level. Because I saw the video of that shit, and goddamn, he looked whiter than fucking Chris.
He's always been that complexion.
Really?
The Minister Farrakhan?
Bro, I saw through him to the seat.
Yeah, Honorable Minister
I was
Louis Farrakhan.
seeing the blood pump through his veins.
He's always been that complexion.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, that dude is white.
Since day one.
Dude, I don't know.
Absolutely.
Minister
I learned
Farrakhan.
about who Farrakhan was as a youngin just from watching A Living Color and watching Damon Wayne's impression of him, and then I was like, who is this guy? You know, otherwise I wouldn't.
He used to be in the media a lot in like the 80s, early 90s, and then they blackballed him from the media. You know, they just wouldn't put him on anything anymore. But he didn't. I mean, he preaches. He preaches every Sunday. He didn't kill Malcolm X.
Whoa,
Shut your
hold
white
on,
devil,
hold on,
loving ass up.
Chico,
This motherfucker screams like he killed Malcolm X.
So Louis Farrakhan
Yes.
is responsible for killing Malcolm X.
Absolutely not.
Is everybody in the, what is that group called again?
Black
Nation of
Panthers.
Islam.
In the Nation of Islam, is everybody light skinned as fuck or what? Can dark people be in that group?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you sure?
I mean, black people come in all
Malcolm
different
X,
shades.
super light.
He was red.
Minister Farrakhan,
Yeah.
super light.
I mean, the founder of the Nation of Islam, W.D. Fard Muhammad, was from an interracial relationship. I don't know.
Guys,
what was what.
guys, Schultz onto something.
Light skin
Schultz
privilege.
No, maybe it's what we were talking about before. Remember that it's a defense mechanism. Just like we were talking about the models talking about cake, just like we were talking about the white people talking about how amazing it is because they're really racist. Maybe these guys, these super light-skinned black dudes, Farrakhan, Malcolm X, maybe deep down inside, they don't think black people are equal, and that's why they make up for it with this militant activity.
First of all,
Young Schultz has said some wild shit.
The key word is young. Minister Farrakhan is 82 years old. Minister Farrakhan is 82. He saw the worst of the Yakub's children. He saw the worst of white people. Okay?
He
That's why he
looks
has a militant
like
attitude.
printer paper.
I
That
hope-
dude
listen,
is white.
I hope I look that good at 82
Let me
years
tell you
old.
something. Chris's pants right now are made out of his skin. Okay? That's how white that guy is.
Yeah, but-
Yeah.
He has khakis
Yeah.
on.
I'm going to tell you something. I hope that you can fight.
Why? Can he fight?
Listen,
Listen.
he has a nation.
Let me tell you
of
some
people.
shit. Let me tell you some
Put it
shit.
like this.
If
I know-
I
put it
ever
like this.
hear
Put it like this.
anybody
Come on,
scream,
come on.
"Get your hand out of my pocket,"
No.
I'm diving to the ground.
I know a
Immediately.
I know a radio personality in New York City.
Immediately dive into the
I
pocket.
know a radio personality in New York who did
I will throw wax in front of me so goddamn fast. If I even hear the word "pocket" in the next 3 months,
He's got 40
shove in
waxes.
front of the bullet wax.
He's got 40 waxes. Okay.
He's got 40 waxes.
What do you think the nation does? The nation takes inmates and cleans them up and civilizes them.
We
The
gotta
nation don't
edit
play?
part of this episode, Chris. Let me tell you some shit. I just wanted to say one thing. I think Mr. Farrakhan's done some lovely things for people, and I
Let me tell you
think
something.
he's a beautiful
It's a radio
person,
personality in New
beautiful
York
man.
who did a sketch about Minister Farrakhan.
What's his name?
I'm not saying. But I tell you what, by the time he got downstairs that day, there was a bunch of brothers in bow ties standing there like this, like, we would like to have a word with you, sir.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm legit nervous right now.
No, but I want to go back to the white devil saying Minister Farrakhan
Chico.
killed. Are you even white, Chico?
Chico's half Puerto Rican.
Half Puerto Rican.
Okay. That is one of the misconceptions.
Puerto Rican and Jewish, neither of those are white.
Okay.
They both have white blood in them.
Well, you're going to
Yes.
be a devil today. It's still a misconception.
He is Puerto Rican and Jewish. You look 150% Jewish. It's not even funny.
One of the misconceptions about Minister Farrakhan is that he killed Malcolm X, which is ridiculous. But what he has always said is he created a condition that possibly could have gotten Malcolm X killed, and for that he apologized. And all it was he
Wait, what? Wait, hold on.
Chris is a racist. I realize that. Chris is,
What I tell you, he's covering
he's
up.
a fuck. Chris
This is my point.
racist.
This is my point. He's
such a-
covering up.
It's sad. But listen.
Wait, why do you think
Okay,
Chris
put it
is a
like
racist?
this.
Okay, yeah.
Elijah Muhammad was their mentor, their teacher.
Okay.
Right? Malcolm X was a student of Elijah Muhammad. Now, I never agreed with the way he handled the whole Elijah Muhammad situation.
I'm looking up Elijah Muhammad.
If you watched the movie, has anybody ever seen Autobiography of Malcolm X or read the book by Alex Haley? Well, his wife, Betty Shabazz, came to him and was complaining about, why don't we have this and why don't we have that? You're the face of the Nation of Islam. So then she came to him and was like, and do you know Elijah Muhammad has all these kids from a bunch of different women?
Whoa.
So Malcolm was like, what is this about?
Whoa.
In the movie is the best depiction of it. And he's like,
Hold on,
what-
let me just clarify this. You're saying that there's a black guy that has multiple kids
it's white guys that got
from
multiple kids. Shut the fuck
different
up.
women. Wait a minute, hold on.
You want to talk about John Duggar, his pedophile ass?
Pump the brakes, everybody.
You don't think it's white
what
people
in
with
the
multiple kids?
world is happening right now?
Shut up, you white devil. Okay? Multiple kids is not racist.
I gotta hit you with the camera on Bill O'Reilly.
But anyway.
You man.
Yeah, I am. I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna tell you something.
man.
Talking to Farrakhan last week got me charged up. I'm ready to beat the shit out of white people. Okay? All right? The truth be told. Now, but anyway, so, she said, what is this about? He said, what is this about? Do you want like a new house, a new car? Why are you saying this about my man, basically? So I always felt like Malcolm should have handled it on some G shit. He put Elijah up on a pedestal where he felt like Elijah couldn't make any mistakes. He should have just went to Elijah and said, yo, handle your business. Instead, he went to the women. He talked to the women. Elijah told me, in the movie, he said, I told him I got to sow my seed. And then Malcolm basically didn't want to be with the nation anymore because he felt like Elijah wasn't practicing what he was
Malcolm
preaching.
went behind Elijah's back to the women.
I don't know if it was behind his back, but he did go talk to the women. He did talk to Elijah about
What
it.
business is that of him?
That's what but even as a man, if
That's
your-
some whack shit,
Listen, if that's your man, I'd have checked him. That's when the student should become the teacher. And now I gotta check you because you wasn't on point.
Didn't that happen almost exactly with Wax? Wasn't one of Wax's brothers dating a girl and
I
then
can't go from Malcolm
another?
X to Wax. I just can't do it. I'm not doing that. Like I'm not even doing it. I'm not even entertaining.
But you know what I'm saying? There was some kind of story. Brother was dating a girl, then all of a sudden, like one of the other brothers went to go talk to the girl about how his brother was a jerk or something like that.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, it's just a weird thing to do. Why would you go to some?
And that's how I always
It's just
felt.
weird.
But when he's split from the nation,
Yeah.
and did whatever he did, said whatever he said, of course the nation rode with their leader. So Farrakhan was riding with his leader. So it's just like, and I'm not even saying this is how it went down, but if I was talking shit about somebody, right? Say it's like put it like this: it's people that my guys know I can't stand, and if they see them, it's gonna be on site. So therefore, by me saying all the time, I don't fuck with this person, this motherfucker's foul, I'm creating the condition for something foul to happen to him. You know what I'm saying? Now, number one, it could have happened like
so
that.
don't you have some responsibility for that if you've created that condition?
And he's apologized for that.
So he said, yeah, I did get him killed.
No, he said I created the condition, and I apologize for it. But everybody runs with it and goes, "Oh, he said he killed Malcolm X." Yada yada yada. And he did one speech where it was almost like he was being sarcastic, but he was like, "And if I did, what business is it of yours? America deals with their traitors, don't it? America is a nation, they deal with their traitors. So if we dealt with one of ours, what would it be?" So I can understand why people would feel a ways about that. But then it could have been the other scenario too. They killed Martin Luther King Jr. Why not you?
Who's they?
The fucking government.
Wait, what?
Somebody killed Martin Luther King Jr. Somebody took him out, same way they took out JFK. Why not? If you want to take out these people that are helping
Well,
the poor.
JFK got taken out by the Russians.
Yeah, shut up. Chris said the mob. You say the Russians.
Oh,
Nobody
stop
fucking
it,
knows.
stop it, stop
The
it.
CIA, the defense contractors, and the mob is who killed JFK.
No. I'm going to tell you what happened.
I'm going to tell you what happened.
Okay, everybody give your own version real quick.
Let me tell you what happened.
Go ahead. You go first. I'm going to give my version of what the fuck happened.
Let me just tell you what happened. Oh, shit. What happened? Are you sure you want to quit all applications? Yo! Lee! We got a problem, bro.
Motherfucker's throwing a piece out.
Yeah, what are you doing? You look like he's waiting at Planned Parenthood. You got to get a version of it. Bro, this shit just popped up and we're about to lose everything.
Timothy, if you need to go, you can roll, bro.
I'll probably bounce in like 5 minutes. In.
Okay.
All right, so basically what happened with JFK is...
It's still recording, right?
What I said is what happened.
All right, let me just say what happened.
That's not what happened.
What
I
Chris said is
gotta
not
go.
what
Thanks for having me, though.
Yo, handle your business, Timmy.
Tim.
Be good, baby.
cool, bro.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Hey,
Long
you got to
time,
tell me your
man.
websites and shit real quick.
Yeah, give a shout out to everything.
Yeah, youtube.com/Timothy for all the online content, and Instagram Tim DeLaGhetto. That's really all you need to know, man. You good? All right,
brother. Thank you for coming, man. Thanks for having me, bro.
Peace, homie.
Fuck with you this weekend. Yeah, one of your parties or something.
Okay, well, let me turn this behind the scenes. Y'all just talk, man.
All right, word. So basically with JFK, right? We have a situation.
Tell this bullshit story. That none
No,
of us
the
know
Russians took him out. We killed the person.
about. Throw that shit over here and
what
get
up,
some of
what
this
up,
good
what
skin
up?
on that camera.
We
Bow.
Russians killed him. We took out the person that killed him so the world wouldn't know that the Russians did it. And that's just what the hell happened, dude. The Russians took out one of our fucking leaders.
Now, Chris,
and
tell
then
your
that's it.
dumbass theory.
That mob shit is absolutely preposterous.
JFK was elected by making a deal with the mob who bought him votes in both Illinois and West Virginia. As part of that deal, he agreed.
Oh, yeah, because there's tons of Italians in Illinois and West Virginia.
Frank Sinatra was the bag man.
On the recent Frank Sinatra HBO documentary, they confirmed that.
What does it mean, the bag man?
Like, he brought the money.
Anyway, listen.
Frank Sinatra had
Stop it.
JFK killed.
No.
Listen. Let me finish.
White
I'm not-
conspiracy theories are worse.
This is
than
what
black
happened.
Yeah, at least you guys
You
figured it out.
guys, you guys.
I can
We
tell
just,
you why Pac's
we just
still alive.
throw other fake. We just throw white people out there. Warren Beatty is the reason Abraham Lincoln is dead.
Everyone listening to this podcast who's talked about books and asked about book recommendations should read American Tabloid by James Ellroy,
American Tabloid.
which breaks this down as one of the best books ever written, in my opinion.
It's a
Anyway,
tabloid.
JFK made a deal with the mob. Part of the deal was they would give him votes. In return, he would not come after the mob. After he was elected RFK, his brother was appointed attorney general. Instead of letting the mob go, he actually cracked down on them twice as hard. In addition to that, JFK promised the defense contractors that he would support the Bay of Pigs invasion. He did not do that. He did not provide air support. He sold out the military. They wanted a war to make money. Because of that, the fact that he had double-crossed the mob and the defense contractors, he was killed because of that. Woody Harrelson's father pulled the trigger. Goodbye.
Okay,
A
real
fucking
quick.
pedophile. Listen,
Real
first of all,
quick.
I want to tell
No,
everybody.
we just need to
be skeptical, but listen.
Can we just acknowledge how much Chris is going to get killed on SoundCloud
I don't
for
know
that?
what the fuck you talking about. Okay.
Just-
my answer is plain and simple. You want to hear my answer for why
Yes,
JFK
yes.
got killed? Because everybody who has tried to help the poor and disenfranchised in America got their brains blown out. Abraham Lincoln, when he did the Emancipation Proclamation that freed the slaves. Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, Jesus, John F. Kennedy, who was always kicking it with Martin Luther King Jr. so they could create the Civil Rights Act of 1964. It's no coincidence that when you try to help black people or minorities or women or whoever, they do you in.
Shout out to Stephen A. Smith for his cadence.
All that other shit they talking, all these fucking abbreviations, CIA, MIB, DIA, MOB. We don't know nothing about that shit.
MOP.
Okay? The poor and distant, when you
What about Reagan?
Reagan didn't get killed.
He got shot.
Okay.
They made an attempt on his life, and he did the exact opposite of help poor people.
That's
He
probably
helped
why.
the
It's
rich.
probably a poor person that pulled that goddamn trigger. It was like,
That's
you
why he
motherfucker.
missed.
You got to get you the fuck out of here. You ain't trying to help nobody but your goddamn self. Okay? I was having this argument with Chris yesterday because Chris was telling me that Minister Farrakhan is a loon because
Is a
Minister
what?
Farrakhan believes in UFOs.
A what?
A loon.
Wait,
Crazy
you don't
person.
believe in UFOs,
I didn't say.
Chris?
I said I respected Minister Farrakhan as a performer. Is exactly what I said.
He's not a performer.
He's a former Calypso star.
Yes, he is.
What's a calypso star?
He plays an instrument.
He plays that pan that they do
Yeah.
in the subway?
He's got an album coming out too.
You're lying.
Word is born.
That's why he was on the Breakfast Club.
Nah, he was actually on the Breakfast Club because he was promoting the 20-year anniversary of the Million Man March. And they're doing another march October 10th, 2015 in D.C.
That was a peaceful march that got a lot of
He's done like 3 of them.
but that got a lot of what's it called?
A
Press.
lot of good press. Yeah.
Yes.
I went to the Million More movement in 2005. That was the 10-year anniversary.
Did
of
a
the
million
Man
show
March.
up?
It was more than a million.
Really?
Yeah, it was way more than a million. Look, Minister Farrakhan to me is a very wise individual. He's an OG. I don't agree with everything he says, but I don't agree with everything anybody says. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people you have to be skeptical, but listen, because we only believe what we want to believe. The only reason Chris believes that shit about the JFK shit is because he wants to believe it.
Yep.
We don't know if that shit's real or not. In no way, shape, or form. You cannot prove that at all. All that is somebody's story of what
You know what?
they told you.
That's why I like hanging out with old people. Because old people don't care what you think about their beliefs. People who really care about what you think of their beliefs have this protective instinct where they can only think one way. They can't conceptualize your idea if it's different than theirs. They get really angry and they shut down. An old person, you say some wild shit to them, and then they go, I mean, I don't like black people, but I get where you're going with this thing. LeBron's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, but old people are set in their ways.
They're set in the ways, but they can at least have a conversation with you about it. Whereas I think America's youth now, you have this opinion that's different than them. Like if you just say something like, I watch Fox News. If you say that to somebody in New York,
You're stereotyped.
the look on your face.
If you're
that
black and you watch Fox News, you're a fucking Uncle Tom.
you coon,
if you're
how
white and
dare
you
you.
watch Fox News, you're
you're
a
a
fucking
racist.
racist.
Exactly. Like they can't even fathom that there might be somebody who says something interesting on that channel.
Listen, they can't even. Another thing that's going around is they're saying that Minister Farrakhan has been trying to convert NOI members, Nation of Islam members, to Scientology. But what Minister Farrakhan has always said is you can learn something from anybody. So it was 2 practices in Scientology that he wanted some of the NOI members to adopt. One was a drug rehabilitation treatment thing.
Okay.
And the other one was it was some type of mental thing that helps you overcome any mental obstacles you may have, and that'll help you physically and things of that nature. Same way he always says financially, you should learn from the Jewish people. And for me, that's how you should be in life.
Phenomenal.
You can learn something from anybody. What do I always tell y'all? I'm too dumb to be closed-minded. I don't give a fuck that who fucking runs Scientology. Stephen King? What's his name?
Tom Hanks.
LT Ron Hubbard? Whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Ron Hubbard.
Listen, he may have been a racist, but I guarantee you it's something.
Whose joke was that? Whose joke is that? Like about you're gonna follow a religion whose leader is named Ron?
I don't get the joke.
Just like Jesus, Muhammad, Allah, all these other people.
Yeah, that makes
Ron is the guy that you're
I
gonna
see what you're saying.
follow.
I see what you're saying.
Oh fuck.
But you can learn something from any fucking body.
Yeah, I
you
agree
can
with
learn a business strategy, a financial strategy. This motherfucker really might have something that can help individuals. What is power? Power can be good or evil depending on what hand it's in. Why not take something that somebody may have that they consider power and use it for good?
Also, if you read any book about war, power, anything like that, it's know your enemy. If you don't like Fox News and the rhetoric there, you should be watching it more than anybody, so you have something to retort
Trying to
to
tell people that
their viewpoints.
Trying to tell people that
But
shit.
these people want to live in a very closed off world.
You're closed-minded, bro.
You're the most closed minded.
Listen, I'm too dumb to be closed-minded. Let's elaborate on that, because we always say that, we never elaborate on it. I always say I'm too dumb to be closed-minded, because closed-minded people think they know everything. You can't tell a closed-minded person shit. They know it all. They refuse to unlearn the bullshit they have learned in their life. I'm too dumb to be closed-minded because I don't know shit. And I can wake up every day of my life and say, I don't know shit. And guess what? What I do know, I'm not afraid to unknow, because what I know, I may not believe this shit 5 years from fucking now. Or I might get some more information about it that may change my mind about the whole goddamn situation. Closed-minded people think they know everything. They think they're the smartest people in the world. Or I'm too dumb to be closed-minded.
Or they think that they're stupid and they're like, I'm fine with these beliefs and I'm going to try to live these out to the best of my ability.
No. They think everybody else is stupid for not believing the shit that they believe.
I think there could be some insecurity in it too.
Absolutely.
But here's something that is interesting. I like your take on it. In order to be successful, especially in this business, right? You have to believe in yourself. You got to believe in yourself more than anything in the world, right? But when you come to do a show, let's say you're doing Uncommon Sense. In order for you to be successful,
July 10th,
make sure you watch at 11 p.m. Make sure, you have to believe in yourself more than anything. You believe what you say, what you do, your ideas are incredible. That's the only way you can succeed in this business. You can't be having self-doubt. Now, how does one have that self-belief in their ideas and what they think is great, and at the same time accept ideas from other people? Like, that takes skill to be on that level, like an Oprah level. You know, Oprah will sit there and talk and listen to Dr. Phil. Like, what, Dr. Phil, what do you think about this? There's got to be a little part of her deep down was like, mother, if you don't shut your fucking ass up,
you know why?
I'm Oprah.
You know why? Because like I always say, we can agree to disagree, and you have to respect other people's POV, because if you don't, nobody will respect yours. And you can't take things personally. If I say something to you that you don't agree with, I can't be upset about that. Because I'm not trying to push my ideas on you. I told you this before. I don't give a fuck if somebody agrees with me or not. This is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I say something, and it's just up in the air.
You'll defend your opinion. That's it. But you don't need to convince the other person.
I don't have to convince you.
Sure. Sometimes I fall into the trap of convincing. I don't know, I guess I want I don't know if it's the ego boost that comes with that, or maybe it validates my opinion or something like that. But since we had a conversation about that, I've tried to stop that. Like, this is what I believe. I'm going to put that out there in the world. If you don't believe that, that's fine. We can discuss it more.
Discuss it. And guess what?
I'll defend my shit to the death.
POV. Yeah. If you don't like my POV, I want to know why.
Yeah.
And I want to hear yours. And you might say something that might enlighten me a little bit more, like, yeah. Listen, I can sit down and chop it up with anybody, because I'm that open-minded. I don't give a fuck if it's the leader of the KKK.
Dude, sometimes
if you're respectful and we're having a respectful conversation, let's talk.
I honestly, there are times where, like, I'm chilling with certain people and I'm like, the shit I want to talk about, I don't think, not that they're capable of talking about it. I just literally think that they're too closed-minded in a fake open-minded way to even have the discussion. Yeah. Like, if we want to have a tough discussion about a racial issue, a sex issue, a political issue, where I might have a kind of out there POV, which we discuss on this show, like, I can't just bring that up, because it's like, now, like, I already know your point of view. It's going to be some fucking contrived bullshit that you're taught at, like, middle school, how to think about the world. And it's like, you're not even going to listen. So I don't end up talking about the shit I want to talk about sometimes.
Listen, we discuss real shit. We discuss real social
people
issues.
Don't always want to discuss real shit.
No,
that
they
bothers
do.
Me, bro.
People want to discuss real shit, but they want to discuss it
in their safety zone.
You're going to believe the shit I'm talking about.
I can't have it.
And I don't want to hear that shit you're talking about.
I can't have it.
I'm not even a little bit.
Bored by it.
Minister Farrakhan is a great example of that. And the reason I say that is because when we had him on the show last week, anybody you ask about Minister Farrakhan, it's this stupid group thing. They say the same thing.
It's Fox News.
He don't like white people.
Yeah.
He don't like Jewish people. He killed Malcolm X.
Great resume.
How do you know? Have you sat down and listened to him? Have you even listened to any of the words that came out of his mouth? Did you even watch the interview? I said, Chris, did you watch Farrakhan interview? Yeah, I watched 5 minutes of it, and I didn't want to fuck with that bullshit. Why, Chris? Because, you know, he's full of shit. I'm like...
That's not what I said.
It's basically what you said.
I said I respect him. I don't agree with him. I think he's necessary. That's what I said.
He didn't even watch the interview. How can you agree or disagree?
I've watched hours and hours of Farrakhan interviews.
It don't matter. People can't change.
It's true.
You don't know where he's at. You don't know what his agenda is today. Fuck what his agenda was 10, 15 years ago. What's his agenda right now?
Yeah.
That's what I care about.
And even if he's somebody who's crazy, if he's going to have an interesting point of view, I just want to hear it.
Very interesting.
Just be crazy. I'd rather you be crazy than boring.
I like crazy.
Day.
We're all crazy
Absolutely.
in our own little ways.
Just say some interesting shit, because I hate getting into the convo where I feel like you're not ready for new ideas, so then I don't present new ideas, and then we end up talking about just bullshit. Just bullshit.
I got a homegirl, man. Salute to Ricky Martinez. Letty.
Ricky Ma, Letty.
She goes by her real name now, Letty.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Letty will literally call me and tell me some of the most interesting stories. Like, she called me today and put me on to some game about some dude who became a billionaire because of, I forgot what the fuck he invented. I'm going to Google the shit later. She's supposed to text it to me. But this shit was so interesting. She was like, I got to call you and tell you about it because I don't know who else to talk to about this kind of shit.
Bro, that's the problem with the world today.
That's the fucking problem with the world. Like, if I see some real interesting shit, I know I can text Schultz. I know I can text Duval. Like, because we think different.
And I know you're not going to freak out when I say it or, like, give me some contrived bullshit answer. You're not going to give me the textbook answer that you learn in high school. You're going to at least take what I say. You might disagree with it immediately, but you're not going to go, oh, no, the world is peaches and cream and everybody's the same and let's just have fun and healthcare.
And how do you know people if you don't have a conversation with them? Like, I hate that shit. Like, I hate people who just come up with these preconceived notions about people based off the regular generic stereotypes that are existing in the world. Remember I was telling you about gay people? When they was like, man, people ain't born gay. How the fuck do you know? Have you ever craved dick?
Who said, I think people are born that way.
Me too. But I'm talking about people in general who say they're not. How do you know?
That's the silliest
So if a gay man tells me I was born this way, who am I going to believe? The man who actually gets dick?
Wouldn't he know?
The man who actually gets dick or you, who's never had a cock in your mouth?
I think it's absolutely absurd.
It's ridiculous, man.
I think it's silly.
Generic bullshit stereotypes are whack.
And generic bullshit thinking is whack. Just
generic
bullshit
bullshit thinking is the worst.
Shit. Don't
Everybody's so
out.
fucking politically correct with this stupid shit, man. Y'all got Caitlyn Jenner running around here right now and hasn't even cut his dick off yet. Okay? I saw a dude in North Carolina. I can't remember his name. He got a fucking tattoo of Caitlyn Jenner on his arm. Brother, you made more of a commitment to Caitlyn than Caitlyn has made to Caitlyn. Caitlyn haven't even cut his dick off.
She got titties, bro.
Fuck that.
She took her beard off.
Fuck that, man.
Dude.
Get the dick cut, man.
They say they recommend that transgenders not do that for the first year.
Yeah.
Bruce has been a transgender for 50 years. You let him tell it.
That's true.
Okay? You let him tell it. He's been a transgender for 40 fucking years. If he don't know by now, he's never going to know. Okay? And guess what? It's okay for me to express that I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
And that I don't understand it.
Why,
okay?
Since when did not knowing something become a bad thing? Why does everybody have to know? Why can't you just be, why can't when someone says, how do you feel about Caitlyn Jenner becoming, why can't you say, I don't know yet?
No. And why do I have to pretend to
He
know?
didn't know for 40 fucking years. And if you don't know in the first minute that you find out, you're transphobic.
Listen, oh my God, are you? That's another thing we got to stop doing, man. We gotta.
The second you have a different point of view, you hate people, which is not true.
No.
You don't hate. You're figuring some shit out.
I'm not even against. I'm in this thing called the gray area.
Yes.
Listen, Cadillac Jack. Salute to my dog, Cadillac Jack.
Yeah.
He always tells me about the rule of 10. 3 people gonna like it. 3 people not gonna like it. 4 people just gonna be on the fence about it, just off to the side, not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
Or not caring, or trying to figure it out. To figure out what side they want to be on.
Yeah.
It's okay to be in that side that's just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
You don't have to pick a side. You don't have to commit to anyone or any idea. It's okay just to be in a motherfucking gray area.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with saying, I don't know?
We all know exactly what the right thing to do is. Okay?
Do we?
No, of course we do.
No, seriously, do we?
No, okay, right in terms of what society thinks is right. We know the PC thing to do about every single thing. Anything bad happens to anybody, you just take their side, and then this person's a victim, and this, that, the other.
People should be whatever it is they want to be.
And I'm cool
And that
with
shit don't apply to pedophiles, serial killers.
As long as you don't hurt people,
Yes.
it's totally fine.
Exactly.
As long as you don't hurt people, as long as you're not breaking the law, it's totally fine. Caitlyn Jenner's not breaking the law. Whatever you want to do with your life, do with your life, and I'm totally fucking happy and supportive about that.
I don't care that Caitlyn Jenner is a transgender. I care that Caitlyn Jenner has to make a commitment. I like people that commit to shit.
I think she's made a commitment.
The reason I like Sean Hannity and Bill O'Reilly, because even though they spit that bullshit wrestling ball, I believe they believe that bullshit that comes out of their mouth. And I respect that. Okay? So if you tell me you want to be a goddamn woman, and there's people out here that have really committed and got rid of their penises, Caitlyn, you need to get rid of your goddamn penis too. Okay? I don't think that's too much to ask.
No, okay.
All right? I don't think it's too much to ask. Put it like this. If I came out right now and I said, I think I'm a little gay, right? Like, what does a little gay mean? Like, sometimes I want dick, sometimes I don't. If a man push up on me and pulls his dick out and starts jerking off like he's Louis C.K.
Yo.
and makes me stand there to see if I'm going to watch him or leave the room. If I stand there and watch him and then he tries to tongue kiss me, is he wrong?
I mean, if you tell him not to be there, yeah,
No, he's
wrong.
like, fuck that, then.
Wait, if you say
You're gonna
get
make a
away and you go
commitment.
fuck that, yeah, he's a rapist.
He's waiting on me
yes,
to make
he's
no.
wrong.
He's like,
if a man tries to rape me, is he wrong?
It didn't say it was rape. I said he jacked off in front of me.
And you told him to leave.
And I stood there. My
And you watched.
curiosity.
You
got
sit
the
there
best
and
of
watched.
me. And that motherfucker's like,
Yeah.
oh no, you're going to make a commitment.
And you just
Fuck this.
lightly petted the tip of his dick while he was jerking off, just like it was a cat.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know what the fuck I just said.
What is Louis C.K. accused of doing?
I don't want to get into this because there's not enough evidence. I think there was some rumblings
Oh,
in
it's
the
not
news.
enough evidence when it's the goddamn white man jerking off in front of people.
Just like we said, there's not enough evidence with what's his face?
Who's what's his face?
Cosby.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, but what did we say? There's no evidence, right?
Cosby didn't do it, if you ask me.
I mean, that's what you say. I think he did it, but I mean, in terms of evidence, we've said this.
I think Louis C.K.
No,
did
we
it.
said this a whole bunch of times with the accusation how people are guilty in
That's
the
right.
public opinion.
To be honest with you, I don't even know who accused Louis C.K. I read this
apparently
in passing.
a few comedians. This is super alleged, and I don't want to put this out there, but okay. Allegedly, a few comedians. Female comedians have said that he masturbated in front of them. I don't know if they've said that he didn't let them leave the room. I think they were just in a hotel room together and he started masturbating. He just pulled his dick out and started masturbating. I don't know if he did or if he didn't not let them leave. Now, if he didn't let them leave, that's sexual harassment, sexual assault. That's incredibly wrong. You can never do it. I think that's, rape, this, that,
It's
the
like
other.
cyber rape.
Now, it's just fucked up, okay? Now, if you're in a hotel room with a girl and you pull your dick out and she does and she says she's there and she's okay with it, then I don't think that's sexual assault. If at any point in time while you're jerking off she says stop or I want to leave and you don't let her, you're a fucking asshole piece of shit, not rapist but maybe sexual assaulter or whatever. Okay. But if it's not illegal to be in a hotel room with the female and pull your dick out. That's not illegal. That's been my go-to move since I was 20 years old.
I will say this though. I think that's comedian privilege.
I think,
and I'm gonna tell you why I think that's comedian privilege. If I was in a room with Louis C.K. And he pulled his dick out and started jerking off, I would start laughing. I'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?
This dude hilarious.
This motherfucker's crazy." I'd be telling all my homeboys, "Yo, this motherfucker Louis C.K. just whipped his dick out and started jerking off for no goddamn
Here's
reason."
a question: do you think that he's being? How do I say this? Do you think that he doesn't have attractive guy privilege? Because he's a disgusting looking dude. He's fat. His facial hair sucks. He's balding.
Probably
he
his
just
thing,
looks
though.
like a potato.
He's a cerebral
right?
guy. Listen, he's a cerebral
regardless
guy.
of what he is,
He don't
cerebral or
need
not.
pussy.
Here's the thing: regardless of cerebral or not, he's a ugly, filthy animal
I'm not here to call
jerking
another man
off,
ugly.
jerking off in front of a girl. Now that is disgusting,
Well, listen,
right?
I think-
Real talk.
Okay.
That's disgusting. So do you think that maybe it has something to do with maybe it's assault when he's doing it, but if Brad Pitt was in a hotel room with a girl and he starts pulling his dick and starts jerking it, our girl's gonna be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe what I went through. That was horrifying that Brad Pitt jerked his beautiful man meat in front of me until he came
that's true.
rainbows."
Because if Channing Tatum, Ryan Gosling, fucking Thor, what's Thor's name? Chris
Hemsworth, yeah.
One of them motherfuckers pull their dick out and start jacking off.
Shit, I watch.
Girls are gonna be like, "Wow,
Hey, I watch.
wow." Okay. What are we talking about?
My point is, do you think he's suffering from a lack of good-looking privilege? Do you think that he's a victim of the fact that he's, just an ugly beast? And that's why all of a sudden it's become
I think
really
he's a
fucked
cerebral guy.
My point is, who do you think can pull their dick out in front of any woman and they're okay with it?
It depends on the woman, really.
But who do you think can do that? Is there a person?
Bill Clinton.
Clinton?
Bill Clinton almost got impeached. Chico, could you stop yelling out random stupid shit? I guess Chris gave all his random stupid shit.
He's preparing him for the next month.
He almost got impeached for pulling out his dick in front of a woman.
I'm just saying, look, I don't think you should ever pull your dick out in front of a woman that you're not engaged with in some capacity. Maybe you're not on a date. Maybe you're not doing this kind of thing. I think you need affirmative consent. That being said, if you're on a date with a girl, you end up back in your room or their room and you pull your dick out, she could say put it away, but until she says put it away, you're not an asshole. You're just trying to get laid.
I think Louis C.K. is a cerebral guy who doesn't need physical pussy. He just needs the thought. So if he sees something that he's attracted to, he whips his dick out, jacks off in their presence, and he's good.
Or maybe his dick looks like him.
That's a nice, a big chubby ass dick, a tall, big, girthy fucking cock, okay, with no hair on it.
Just complaining. My kids suck, so they should die. Life sucks. Die, you fucker. Fuck you.
Right,
and then you die.
Somebody just sent me a flyer for a concert with New Kids on the Block, TLC, and Nelly, so I'm just going to take that as that we need to go now.
All right, I think it's over.
It's time to fucking go.
Hey, man.
All right. Anything else you would like
I
to
really did sincerely hope from the bottom of my heart that Louis C.K. didn't do any of this stuff. I think that he's a genius comedian, and I would like him to continue doing comedy, and I don't want him to be a rapist. I really do feel that way.
And I want people just to be more open-minded,
Yeah.
Be less prejudiced and be more open-minded. That's all I want across the board. And when I say prejudice, I don't even mean prejudice just based off race or sexuality or gender or religion. I mean just in terms of dealing with other people and their ideas. Don't go in with such preconceived notions and such prejudgments that you may miss out on a jewel that may help you learn some more shit. Yeah. Knowledge is infinite. Knowledge, you never can run out of knowledge. You can always learn more shit. Mm-hmm. The day you feel like you know it all, it's over. It's a fucking wrap. That motherfucking clock starts ticking on your life as soon as you think you know it fucking all.
That is when old people die, right? When they stop trying to live.
And that's what I feel like not learning is.
Yeah.
Not learning is not trying to live.
Hey, on that note.
If you listen to this podcast and you learn something and you think we are motherfucking brilliant, you're absolutely right. If you listen to this podcast and you think we're just two motherfucking idiots that don't know what we're talking about, you're probably right too.
That's absolutely right.
This is absolutely right. Because I know it was a few times during this podcast I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about, but I was going off pure heart and emotion and goddamn guts. I was getting my show seat.
Bush Jr. Let's go. Now, October 1st, I want you to make sure you watch at 10 p.m. on October 1st, you watch Benders on IFC, man, and let's fucking break records on this show. Thank you guys so much for supporting me.
We're going to talk about that every episode.
You know it.
Okay? This is the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.